Next concept, frustum of a cone. So you take a cone and you slice it in between, remove the top part, the lower part is called the frustum of a cone. Let us now look at the formulas of frustum of a cone. If this is the frustum of the cone, take the bigger radius, whichever base is bigger, take that to be R1, the other one to be R2. Even if you interchange, you still get the same answer. Anyway, height of the frustum h, let the slant height be L. Then the slant height L is given as root of h square plus R1 minus R2 the whole square. CSA is given as pi into R1 plus R2 into L. TSA is pi into R1 plus R2 into L plus pi R1 square plus pi R2 square. V is given as 1 by 3 pi into R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 into R2 into H. So confusing. Is there any easy technique to remember this? Yes, there is. First, imagine it's a cone. In the cone formula, what are the different formulas that you have? You have L is equal to h square plus R square. Next, you have CSA is equal to pi RL. You have TSA is equal to pi RL plus the base pi R square. Next, you have volume equal to 1 by 3 pi R square H. Wherever there is R, there is a change if it is a frustum. Let's see how. L is equal to h square plus slant height here is only dependent on R1 and R2, not only R1. R2 is also coming into picture there. R1 minus R2 whole square. Pi into CSA, who's the contributing factor here? R1 plus R2 into L. TSA is nothing but CSA plus basis. TSA is always CSA plus basis. TSA is CSA plus basis. CSA plus base. Who's the base here? In the cone you have only one base pi R square. Here you have two bases, pi R1 square and pi R2 square. So CSA plus pi R1 square plus pi R2 square. Volume 1 by 3 pi remains as it is into this changes and H remains. So for this R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 into R2. This is one way where you can remember. Of course, you need a lot of practice. This is an easy technique to compare and remember. Example 12. The radii of the ends of the frustum of a cone 45 centimeters high. Height is 45 centimeters. So H is 45 centimeters. Are 28 centimeter and 7 centimeter respectively. Take the bigger radius to be 28 R1 and R2 is 7 centimeters. Find the volume, curved surface area and total surface area of the cone. So you need everything. We will start with L, then go to volume, curved surface area and then total surface area. So for volume, do you need L? No. So we can directly go for volume. But it's always good to, okay, we'll find L when we need to find L. Okay, let's continue. So 1 by 3 pi R square, R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 R2 into H. 1 by 3, what have they told to take the value of pi as? 22 by 7. 22 by 7 into 28 square plus 7 square plus 28 into 7 into 45. On solving this, we get 48510 centimeter cube. Now the next thing that they have told to find is CSA. CSA is pi into R1 plus R2 into L. I need L for that. So first we will find L. How do we find L? L is given as root of h square plus R1 minus R2 whole square. Root of h 45 square plus 28 minus 7 square. Root of 45 square plus 14 square. On solving this, we get 50 centimeters. Now we can go in for CSA. CSA is pi into R1 plus R2 into L. 22 by 7 into 28 plus 7 into 50. 22 by 7 into 35 into 50. 1s are 5s are. On solving this, we get 49.65 centimeters. The next thing we want is CSA. CSA is given as pi into R1 plus R2 into L. Pi is 22 by 7, 28 plus 7 into 49.65. 22 by 7 into 35 into 49.65. 7 1s are, 7 5s are. On multiplying this, we get 5461.5 centimeters square. The next thing we want is TSA. You can write down directly TSA is CSA plus the two bases, pi R1 square plus pi R2 square. If you want, you can rewrite CSA formula here, pi into R1 plus R2 into L, and again solve, but you are wasting time. CSA here 5461.5 plus 22 by 7 into 28 into 28 plus 22 by 7 into 7 into 7. 1s are, 4s are. 1s are, 1s are. 5461.5 plus, on multiplying this, we get 2464 plus 154. Adding all of this, we get 8079.5 centimeter square. All areas is in square units, all volumes are in cube units. Example 13. Hanumappa and his wife Gangamma are busy making jaggery out of sugarcane juice. They have processed the sugarcane juice to make the molasses, which is poured into molds in the shape of a frustum of a cone having diameters of. So they have taken the sugarcane juice, made the solution ready, prepared, and we are going to pour it in molds. That means we'll put it over there, leave it to cool, and it will become solid, right? So that this in the shape of a frustum they have shown here. Having diameters 30 centimeter and 35. The bigger one is 35, so I'll say radius is 35 by 2. Smaller one is 30 by 2. And the vertical height of the mold is 14. If each centimeter cube of molasses has mass about 1.2 gram, 1 centimeter cube of the volume of the molasses weighs 1.2 gram. Find the mass of the molasses that can be poured into the mold. Find how much mass is there in one mold. That means that volume contributes how much mass. Direct question, find the volume. So R1 is 35 by 2 centimeters. R2 is 30 by 2, which is 15 centimeters. Height 14 centimeters. Volume is given as 1 by 3 into pi R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 R2 into H. 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 35 by 2 square plus 30 by 2 square plus 35 by 2. 30 by 2 can be simply written as 15, don't complicate it. 35 by 2 into 15 into H, which is 14. Lengthy calculation, please do it. We get 11,641.66 centimeter cube. 1 centimeter cube is 1.2 grams. Therefore, total mass 11,641.66 into 1.2. So we get 13,969.992 grams. Convert to kg, divide by 1000. So 13.9699 kg. 13.97 kg or approximately 14 kg. You can stop here, here, all are correct. Example 14. An open metal bucket is in the shape of a frustum of a cone mounted on a hollow cylindrical base made of the same metallic sheet. So we have an open bucket. Whenever I say open, see there's a difference between hollow and open. Hollow means both sides are open. Open means one side is closed. You can pour from the other side. Okay, so the frustum, it's a open frustum. The bucket is an open bucket. So we have a frustum here where this is closed. This is on a hollow cylinder. Cylinder is now hollow. This is on a hollow cylinder. Can you imagine the bucket? The diameter of the two circular ends of the bucket are 45 centimeters and 25 centimeters respectively. See the diagram is matching, right? You can see they've darkened the base there. So diameter is 45 centimeter and 25 centimeter respectively. 45 by 2, 25 by 2. Vertical height of the bucket, total vertical height of the bucket is 40. And that of the cylindrical base is 6. Find the area of the metallic sheet used to make the bucket, where we do not take into account the handle of the bucket. Don't worry about the handle. Find the area required, sheet area required to make the bucket. That means how much sheet you need. That's nothing but the area. Also find the volume of the water the bucket can hold. Okay. So we first have to find out the area, how much sheet is required. So I can first, let's separate it. For the frustum, R1 is 45 by 2 centimeters, R2 is 25 by 2 centimeters. Height of the frustum, I can say 40 minus 6, correct? The whole thing is 40, this is 6, 40 minus 6, 34 centimeters. So this is height of frustum. Cylinder, radius of cylinder is same as R2. R2 is itself the radius of the cylinder. What radius of cylinder is nothing but R2, which is 25 by 2 centimeter. What's the height of the cylinder? 6 centimeter. Now, what is the area of the metal sheet required? Area of metallic sheet, I can say it's the CSA of the frustum, this part, plus CSA of cylinder. Only one base is there in between, this base. So CSA of frustum plus CSA of cylinder plus base, one base. What is that base? Pi R1 square or R2 square? R2 square. CSA of frustum formula, pi RL, which means we first need L. So let's first find out L and then do this part. To find L, formula is root of h square plus r1 minus r2 square. Which h are you talking about here? H of frustum. Root of h square 34 square plus 45 by 2 minus 25 by 2 square. Root of 34 square plus 20 by 2. 45 minus 25 is 20. 20 by 2 is nothing but 10. So 10 square. On solving we get 35.44 centimeters. Now let's continue for area of metallic sheet. Okay. CSA of frustum, pi into R1 plus R2 into L plus CSA of cylinder 2 pi RH plus pi R2 square. Pi you have to take as 22 by 7 or so we get 22 by 7 into, see they all have pi common, so if you want you can take pi out, it will simplify a little. R1 plus R2 into L plus 2RH plus R2 square. 22 by 7 into R1 plus R2, 45 by 2 plus 25 by 2 into L. What did we get the L as? 35.44 plus 2 into R. Which R are we talking about? Cylinders R. What is the cylinders R? It's nothing but the R2 itself. 25 by 2 into the H of the cylinder is 6. Yes. Plus R2 square. 25 by 2 square. On solving this we get 4860.9 centimeter square. Now they have asked for the capacity of the bucket. How much water can a bucket hold? Is it volume of frustum plus volume of cylinder? Or is it just volume of frustum or is it just volume of cylinder? See, if I am pouring water in this, water will sit only here. Will it go and sit here? No, the base is here. How will water go there? So it is just the volume of frustum. So capacity here is nothing but just the volume of frustum. So volume of water in the bucket or capacity 1 by 3 pi R1 square plus R2 square plus R1 R2 into H. 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into R1 square. 45 by 2 square plus 25 by 2 square plus 45 by 2 into 25 by 2 into H. What is the H? 34. On solving this, we get 33615.48 centimeter